The glass broke in my hand. Water spilled on the floor. My hand was shaking. I looked at the photo again. I did not want to believe it, but the picture was clear. My husband was sitting with another woman. He was holding her hand. They were smiling. I dropped the phone. My heart was beating fast. I could not breathe. I stood in the kitchen, frozen. My feet would not move. I found the photo by accident. That morning, I went to clean the bedroom. His shirt was on the chair. His phone was on the table. I never touched his phone before. I never had a reason to. But something inside me said, "Look." I did not know why. Maybe I felt something was wrong. Maybe my heart already knew. The photo was in a folder called Work Trip. He told me he went to the city last weekend to fix a machine. He works in a repair company. They send him to small towns. I stay home when he travels. He never lets me go with him. "It's boring," he says. "You will not like it." My name is Sophie. I am 35 years old. I work at a local petrol station. I help people fill their tanks. I smile. I take money. I give change. That is my job. It is not easy. I stand all day. My legs hurt. But I do it because we need money. My husband's name is Leo. We have been married for 7 years. No children. Just the two of us. When Leo came home that night, he kissed my cheek. "How was your day?" he asked. I looked at his face. I saw the same smile from the photo. It made me feel sick. "It was fine," I said. I walked away. I went to the bathroom. I locked the door. I sat on the floor. I cried quietly. I did not want him to hear me. My heart was in pain. My hands were cold. I felt like the ground under me was moving. I did not know what to do. That night, I could not sleep. I looked at him while he slept. He looked peaceful, like nothing was wrong. But something was very wrong. I turned away from him. I closed my eyes. I wanted to forget, but I couldn't. The next day, I went to work like always. I smiled at the drivers. I filled their cars. But my heart was heavy. Every minute felt like 1 hour. I wanted to go home. I wanted to scream. I wanted to ask him, "Who is she?" But I was afraid. At night he sat on the sofa. He watched a show on TV. He laughed at something. I stood in the kitchen watching him. I felt like I was looking at a stranger. That was not my Leo. My Leo did not lie. My Leo did not smile at other women. 3 days passed. I did not say anything. I waited. Maybe he would tell me. Maybe he would say, "Sophie, I made a mistake." But he did not. He acted like everything was fine. He hugged me. He brought me coffee. He smiled, but I felt nothing. His touch felt cold. I could not keep it inside anymore. On the fourth night, I asked him, "Leo," I said, "can we talk?" He looked at me. "Of course," he said. He turned off the TV. He looked worried. I sat down. My hands were shaking. "I saw a photo on your phone," I said. "You were with a woman." His face changed. He looked at the floor. He didn't speak. "Who is she?" I asked. "She's just a friend from work," he said. "She was holding your hand," I said. "You looked happy." He took a deep breath. "It was a mistake," he said. "We were just talking. It didn't mean anything." I felt like someone hit me. "You lied to me," I said. "You told me it was a work trip." "I didn't plan it," he said. "It just happened." "You love her?" I asked. "No," he said. "I love you. I don't want to lose you." I stood up. I walked to the window. My eyes were full of tears, but I didn't let them fall. "I don't know if I can trust you again," I said. He came closer. "Please, Sophie," he said. "Let me fix this. I'll never speak to her again." I turned around. "I need time," I said. "Don't talk to me right now." That night, he slept on the sofa. I locked the bedroom door. I cried into my pillow. I cried like a child. My heart felt broken. I wanted to believe him, but the picture was in my mind. I could not forget it. The next day, I called my best friend Claire. She was my school friend. We grew up together. I told her everything. "Leave him," she said. "He lied to you. You don't need this." "But I still love him," I said. "Love is not enough," she said. "You need trust too." I sat in silence. She was right. Love without trust is nothing. But it was hard. My heart wanted to stay. My mind wanted to run. Leo started doing things he never did before. He cooked dinner. He cleaned the bathroom. He brought flowers. He said, "I'm sorry," many times. But it didn't feel real. It felt like a show. Like he was trying to cover something. 1 week passed. I still didn't forgive him. I still didn't touch him. I didn't smile. I didn't speak much. One night he said, "Do you want me to leave?" I looked at him. "I don't know," I said. "You broke my heart." He looked down. "I know. I will wait. I will do anything to make you feel safe again." That night, I sat on the bed and looked at the wall. I asked myself one question. Should I trust him again? I didn't have an answer. Before I share the rest of my story, I need to know, where are you listening from? Knowing someone hears me, understands me, gives me strength. The house felt quiet now. Too quiet. I sat in the kitchen and looked at my cup. The tea was cold. I didn't drink it. I didn't even feel the cup in my hand. I was just sitting there thinking. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that photo again. Her face, his smile, their hands together. It was like a picture burned into my brain. I could not delete it. Leo left early that morning. He made toast. He kissed my forehead. "Call me if you need anything," he said. I did not kiss him back. I just nodded. He looked sad, but I didn't feel sorry for him. I didn't know how to feel anymore. I felt tired. I felt small. I felt like I was not enough. Later that day, I went to work. I didn't want to go, but I needed money. I stood at the petrol station, helping customers. "Good morning," I said. "Card or cash?" I smiled, but it was a fake smile. No one could see my pain. I was like a machine. I moved. I worked. I spoke. But I was not really there. That afternoon, I saw something strange. Leo's work van passed the station. He didn't stop. He didn't wave. He just drove by. My chest felt heavy. Why didn't he stop? Was he avoiding me? Or was he lying again? I looked at the clock. It was not break time. Why was he driving around? I wanted to follow him. I wanted to know where he was going. But I couldn't leave work. I just stood there, holding the fuel hose, feeling more confused. When I came home that night, he was already in the kitchen. He had made soup. The smell was nice, but I didn't want to eat. I sat at the table. He served me a bowl. He watched me. "I saw you today," I said. "You passed the station." He looked surprised. "Oh, I was getting parts for a machine," he said quickly. "I was in a hurry." I looked at his face. He was not lying this time. Or maybe he was. I didn't know anymore. That was the worst part. I didn't know what was real. I didn't know if I could believe anything. "I see," I said. He sat down across from me. He looked tired. His eyes were dark. His hands moved slowly. "I think about it every day," he said. "What I did, what I risked, what I almost lost." I didn't say anything. "I never wanted to hurt you," he said. "You are the best part of my life." "Then why did you do it?" I asked. He looked down. "I don't know. I was stupid. I thought I needed something new. I was wrong." I put down my spoon. "I don't feel like I'm enough anymore." "You are more than enough," he said quickly. "It was my mistake. Not yours. But now I feel like a stranger in my own home," I said. "You broke something, and I don't know if it can be fixed." He stood up. He walked to the window. He looked outside. "I'll move out if you want," he said. That made my heart jump. "Do you want to leave?" I asked. "No," he said, "but I will if it helps you heal." I sat there, quiet. My hands were cold. I didn't want to lose him, but I didn't know if I could keep him. The next day, I went to stay with my sister Erin. She lived 1 hour away. I packed a small bag. Leo didn't stop me. He just helped me carry it to the car. He kissed my hand. "Call me," he said. "Anytime." When I reached Erin's house, she hugged me tight. "You can stay as long as you want," she said. Her house was small but warm. It smelled like cinnamon. Her little boy, Jack, ran around with a toy car. I smiled for real for the first time in days. It felt good. That evening, I sat with Erin and told her everything. She listened with big eyes. She didn't judge me. She didn't say, "I told you so." She just held my hand. "I don't know if I still trust him," I said. "You don't have to," she said. "Not yet. Take your time." "I still love him," I whispered. "That's okay," she said. "But love is not a reason to stay. Trust is." I stayed with her for 4 nights. During those days, Leo sent me messages. He didn't beg. He didn't push. He just wrote short things like, "I miss you," and "Hope you are eating," and "I'm thinking of you." I didn't reply. I needed space, but I read every word. On the 5th day, I sat outside in Erin's garden. The sun was warm. The wind was soft. I closed my eyes. I thought about our wedding. I thought about the day we bought our old couch. I thought about how he held my hand when I was sick. And I also thought about the photo, the lie, the pain. I opened my eyes. I still didn't know the answer, but I knew I had to talk to him again. I had to look in his eyes. I had to ask more. That evening, I packed my things and said goodbye to Erin. "Are you ready?" she asked. "No," I said. "But I need to go." When I reached home, the lights were off. I opened the door. Leo was on the sofa, sleeping. His jacket was still on. The TV was off. A small notebook was on the table next to him. I picked it up. There was a list of things. Call a counselor, find new job near Sophie, say sorry again. Don't give up. I put it down. I sat beside him. He woke up and looked at me. "You're home," he said softly. "I'm here," I said. "But I don't have the answer yet." "I understand," he said. "Take all the time you need." "I want to try," I said. "But I need help." "We need help." He nodded. "Yes. Whatever you need." We sat in silence for a long time. He took my hand. I didn't pull away. My heart still had pain, but something inside me felt different. not fixed, not healed, just ready. Maybe love was still there, but trust had to be built again, slowly, one brick at a time. The next morning, I woke up before him. I sat on the edge of the bed and looked at the wall. It was quiet in the room, only the sound of the wind outside. I touched my hand. It still felt like his hand was there. Warm. Korenia. I looked at Leo. He was still sleeping. His face looked calm, like a child. For a moment, I wanted to forget everything. I wanted to believe this was just a bad dream, but it was real. I walked to the kitchen and made tea. I sat at the table. The cup felt warm in my hands. I looked at the window. I could see a little bird sitting on the fence. I watched it for a long time. It flew away. I whispered, "I wish I could fly too." Leo came into the kitchen. He looked tired, but he smiled a little. "Good morning," he said. I nodded. "Good morning." He made himself tea and sat with me. We didn't speak for a few minutes. The silence felt heavy, but not cold, just quiet. "I want to ask something," he said. "Can we go for a walk today?" I looked at him. His eyes were soft. He didn't look like the man from the photo. He looked like my Leo. Or maybe the man I wanted him to be. "Okay," I said. We walked to the park near our house. It was sunny but cool. The sky was clear. Children played on the swings. A dog ran after a ball. I watched a couple walking hand in hand. I felt something sharp in my chest. That used to be us. Leo looked at me. "Do you remember our first walk here?" he asked. I nodded. "Yes. You said you would never hurt me." He stopped walking. "I remember. And I did hurt you. I broke that promise." I looked down. "Yes, you did." We sat on a bench. He turned to me. "I want to go to counseling. With you. I already looked it up." I looked at him. "You did?" "Yes," he said. "I want to learn. I want to change. I want to understand why I made that choice. And how to be better." I didn't speak. I just looked at the trees. The wind moved the leaves gently. The world felt slow. I felt tired, but I also felt something else. I felt heard. "I'm not ready to forgive you," I said, "but I'm ready to try." "That's all I ask," he said. We walked home in silence, but the silence was different now. It was not full of pain. It was full of questions, yes, but also hope. The next week, we went to our first counseling session. It was in a small room with 2 chairs and a kind woman. She smiled at us and said, "This will take time, but you are here. That is a good start." I talked a lot in that first hour. I said things I never said before. I told her how I felt like I was not enough, I told her how the photo broke something inside me. I cried. She gave me tissues. Leo listened. He did not speak much, but he looked at me the whole time. When it was his turn, he said, "I was wrong." I looked for something outside because I did not know how to fix what was broken inside me. But I never stopped loving Sophie. Not even once. The counselor said, "Love is not just a feeling. It is also action. It is truth. It is respect. You both need to build that again." We left the office feeling quiet, but something had started. A small change. At home, things were not easy. Some days, I looked at him and felt close. Other days, I looked at him and felt pain. But I spoke. I said how I felt. And he listened. He stopped going on long trips. He asked to work near the city. His boss said yes. Now he comes home early. He helps me cook. He makes the bed. He asks, "Are you okay?" And I believe he really means it. One evening, I saw him sitting at the table with his phone. My chest felt tight. I walked over slowly. "What are you doing?" I asked. He turned the phone so I could see. "I'm sending you the new counseling schedule," he said. I felt silly, but I also felt safe. He was not hiding. He was open. That night I hugged him. He looked surprised. I had not done that in a long time. "I'm still scared," I said. "I know," he said, "but I'm not going anywhere." More weeks passed. We went to counseling every Friday. We talked more at home. I started to laugh again. I still had bad days, but the good days grew stronger. One Sunday, we went to the same park. The sun was warm. He held my hand. This time, I let him. "I missed this," he said. "I did too," I said. "But it's not the same." He nodded. "Maybe not. But maybe it can be something better." I thought about that. Not the same. But better. Yes, maybe that was possible. At night, I sat on the sofa and looked at the wall. I thought about the first day I saw the photo. I thought about how broken I felt. And now I thought about where I was. Still hurt. Still healing. But stronger. Leo came and sat beside me. "Can I ask something?" he said. "Sure. Do you trust me again?" I looked at him for a long time. I thought about my answer. Then I said, "Not fully. Not yet. But I'm learning to." He smiled. "That's enough for me." We sat there side by side. The TV was off. The lights were low. It was just the two of us. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. More emotional and inspiring stories are coming soon.